She came in wrong. How about that? She.
So nobody's gonna go out there and talk to Karen right now?
Okay.
Danny.
I said, I am tired of trying to prove myself to somebody who can only see the evil in me. You know what? She might be right. This friendship might be over. Goodbye.
Okay, Danny, you don't mean that, and neither does Karen.
I don't.
See, I love the fact that the what do you call it, recency bias, basically when you watch something and immediately have an opinion on it, but then you go back maybe several days or a week later and you pick up on key details you might not have caught on to the first time. And look, the past what's today, Tuesday? So yeah, for almost the past week it's been a huge debate about who was in the right, who was in the wrong regarding the mocktail party. It was Danny wrong for inviting Fatima? I mean, honestly, yeah, because it wasn't her mocktail party, it was Sabrina's, and Danny was the one that reached out to Fatima about it. But on the flip side, well, guess what? Karen showed up with a +1, Pam, and she was the main one saying, girls only, right? The sister circle. Well, Pam ain't a sister. What was she doing there? But more to the point, I want to focus on the clip you saw at the beginning of this video, where after Karen had, blown up, told Danny off, and then left, and Pam was right behind her, you have Sabrina basically saying, well, are you going to go up and get up and go after her? And Danny was like, basically F her. And then, Fatima was in agreement, and Andy's like, huh? Like, F her. And I mean, I agree. The thing about it is, the reason Karen acts the way or one of the reasons she acts the way she does is because nobody checks her. She throws these hissy fits. Only a couple of times I have agreed with her, but for the most part, she throws these hissy fits when she doesn't get her way. And then she just kind of retreats until one or more of the sisters try to, chase her down to beg for forgiveness and apologize. And then she might give him a bit of leniency. But Danny ain't that chick. And I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, Andy, Sabrina, they weren't the ones to receive the phone call demanding Fatima not show up. Now, granted, Sabrina did call Karen and Karen brought it up to Sabrina, but before they could really go at it, that's when the phone call got interrupted. But Andy didn't get that phone call. Danny did. And the reason why, Karen gets so bent out of shape with Danny is the fact that she doesn't take no mess. So I'm actually surprised that Karen might have thought this conversation would have gone any other way than how it did, because I'm with Danny here. I'm not going to try to appease someone that can only see the worst in me, that only thinks the worst of me, who only believes that I could be at my worst rather than be anything better. The fact that Karen is basically doing to Danny what she did to Zach, constantly bringing up the past, constantly bringing up how you wronged me. Oh, you're selfish. You've always have been. Now, look, Danny has a lot of character flaws, but if there was anyone selfish out of the group, I mean, honestly, all the sisters are, selfish in their own way, but Karen takes the cake. She wins the prize for that particular category, if you ask me. But the fact that Danny just said, look, I'm not going to bend over backwards trying to get this chick to forgive me and like me, because at the end of the day, she's going to get mad once again. And that apology and all that stuff is just going to fade away like nothing. So I'd rather stick to my guns and, not apologize when I don't feel like I did anything wrong, than try to just lie and say, oh, I'm sorry, just to smooth things over. No, Karen's going to have to learn. A choice needs to be made. Either she's cool with the group having Fatima or not. And if she doesn't like it, she could just be friends with other people. Simple as that. But my main question following up is the fact that, hey, why is Danny over at Karen's apartment in season 7B when we have Karen, Aaron, Zach, and Fatima there as well. I mean, did she eventually decide to have a change of heart? Maybe Sabrina or Andy kind of talked her into going to the apartment to try to apologize. I hope not, because personally, I don't think Danny did anything wrong, but that's just me. That's just me. And that isn't me being a Karen hater. It's just the fact that something tells, okay, this is just my theory, because guess what? My theory isn't actually what happened in the episode. My theory is something tells me Karen would have still come into the salon, not the salon, but the juice bar with an attitude, even if Fatima wasn't there. Even if Fatima didn't show up, I think Karen would have shown up with an attitude directed at Danny, just like she did with Fatima there, because of the fact that they went at it over the phone and she hung up on her after calling her a bitch. So I think that from there, she would have had a little outburst like she did at the salon when all the girls showed up with their own drama, and then she snapped on them. And then when she apologized, like, well, I didn't mean to go at y'all the way I did, but I still feel like I was right in how I felt, because she cannot give a sincere apology for the, for just to save her life. But I do think that at the end of the day, it's not right for Karen to constantly be the one who is groveled to. The only time we really seen her, and I mean sincerely apologize, was recently anyway, was the whole Michael situation in the grocery store when she came by with the car seat. Because when she kicked Andy out of her apartment, she went over to the penthouse and gave a half-assed apology, talking about, I'm sorry and I love you. Are you going to get over it? Are you still mad because you know how you are? And it's like, wow, half-assed. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm glad Danny didn't decide to run after Karen and try to smooth things over. Also, I'm glad the phone call from Jordan came through, because that allowed Andy and Fatima to shift gears and go over to Gary's office. That way, none of them could quickly try to go after Karen to, smooth over her ego. They had other things on their agenda. Now, it just really makes you wonder how things are going to unfold in the next couple of episodes. But yeah, for me, I'm fine with it. Hey, if you don't want to, mess around with me because you always got something to say, I ain't messing around with you. So think what you think, say what you want to say, but I'm not wasting any more time trying to get on your good side. No more walking on eggshells. If you don't want to be part of the group, feel free to leave. Door is open. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.